The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he... times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Alexander, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. Remember, Charles, this is the number one defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're number one. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They get it to Washington, running left, able to slither by. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
When you look at this defense, this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something, create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Dickinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, bring it. Ready.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Dickinson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to... And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the set. Ready.
Looking to throw. Pierce. He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
challenge there
stands.
does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Back to throw again. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Let's go! Cowboy 80! Let's go!
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Black Knights' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Ready! Go!
Throwing to start the drive. Pierce. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way. and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On first, here's Washington. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first and goal, Washington. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. It's been very much a slow start. Drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
In motion comes the tight end left. On third down, Alexander. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And they will take over first and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Perez. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to counter with Washington. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards.
And the Black Knights are able to add on to their first half lead.
A
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Let's go, let's go. Who wants some? Here we go, shot.
2nd and 10.
Hey, hey, check that. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Alexander. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's get some going. Let's do it. Keep our boys. Ain't no turning.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Dickinson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pierce. And the catch made by Walters. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Pierce. And that'll be incomplete with
seconds remaining now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Black Knights will extend their lead here just before halftime. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead...
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Up the middle they go, Washington.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.
Let's go now.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, it's Perez. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let go.
Run up the middle with Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On second down, Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
Focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It's that they gained a first down, and they've been running it well all game long.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Rocco 80.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Dickinson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy. this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that's three. In this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Pierce on the move to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Draw play, Washington. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On first down, Pierce. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Mexico City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Dickinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense could very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead, just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. It's Perez, and he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right back to Washington. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Pierce. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 23. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it, and you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 112 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Staying on the ground with Washington.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 3rd and 6.
On the give, this is Washington. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Handoff for Washington. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
it's Washington. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Ready. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Washington. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Dickinson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Dickinson. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And some space here.
He's to the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Brooklyn, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year.